How's it going, guys? Jay here. Welcome back to the Road to Glory. This is episode 8. If you missed the last episode or any of the previous episodes, I'll leave a link, as always, in the description to the full Road to Glory playlist, along with a link to our 800 diamond giveaway. Okay, that's still going on at the moment. It closes on the 27th of November, so make sure you enter that. And apologies for not uploading a little bit sooner, guys. I think it's been about a week since our last episode. Unfortunately, I've been super busy with work. I've still been playing a lot of Frag, but I haven't really had a chance to edit any videos or anything. So that's why there's been a little bit of a delay. But let's get into it. Now, to start things off, in the background, you'll just see me trying to play a few games with a few different teams. Okay, and this is what I did straight after the end of the last episode. I was still trying to figure out what the best way to play in this new meta was. I was still like chopping and changing the team loads. And unfortunately, I really couldn't find a team that, for ages, that could beat anybody who out-teamed me. Okay, and that was where I was really struggling. I think in this meta, I was finding it pretty easy to beat teams that I had a better team than. I'd say like 9 out of 10 times at least, I was winning those games. But then in the games where my opponent either had better cards than me, okay, so maybe they're running some legendary cards which were just a little bit more overpowered than mine, or if they had better cards in just terms of levels, okay, they had high level cards than mine, I found I couldn't really beat them. And I struggled with that quite a lot, basically all the way through until about halfway through the weekend series event. And during that, I was talking to Lacrosse Prodigy about this, and we played a fair few games against each other, a few friendlies, okay, and I was struggling even in the friendlies with everybody scaled to level 9. I was struggling to beat him, and I thought it was because he had better cards than me. And then we swapped phones, and I played with his better cards, and he still beat me. And the change that he made was he brought in Pocahunter into my team when he was playing on my phone, and basically used Pocahunter to frag all of the better cards. Sounds simple, but that's what I decided I really needed to do. And unfortunately for me, that meant I was going to have to get quite a lot better with Pocahunter, because previously she'd been a card I'd never really used. I'd always been more of a fan of Virus for doing that job, but I think I just had to try and sort of practice with Pocahunter, get a lot of games and get used to using her, because that was, in my opinion, the only way I was going to start beating these mega teams. So I changed up my team a little bit. I ended up with the team that you see on screen now, with a Virus still in there just in case Poca died while I was practicing, Pocahunter there obviously that I was going to use whenever I could, and then a 3-man rush just to try and get the damage down on the targets, because it is still definitely a rush meta. And that was how I played it. You'll see in the clips, I've got a fair few clips from me trying to learn how to use Pocahunter, and these were from games where I played for probably 5 or 6 hours, okay, during the rest of the weekend series with this team, trying to learn and trying to practice with Pocahunter. And I ended up going up about 50 trophies from all of that time, because I was losing a lot of games, but I really just had to stick in there and get a lot better with Poca. And just a couple of things to look out for, because Poca's not the easiest card to use. I think the things that I found I had to get used to was the fact that, one, okay, she's got not that many shots before she has to reload, so you've kind of got to make your shots count rather than just firing anywhere, really. So line up a better shot or try and get some headshots in rather than just hitting body shots when you can. That was something that took a lot of getting used to. The other thing that took a lot of getting used to was the fact that her shots have a little bit of a delay before they hit, if that makes sense. So with somebody like Virus, when she shoots, it straight away hits the opponent. So even if they move a little bit, if you were aiming at them when you shot, it's going to hit them. Poca, it takes a little bit longer, so if you shoot, they can kind of move out of the way. Okay, so you'll see me missing quite a lot of shots when people are moving. And I think, again, that was just something I had to get used to, trying to line up a slightly better shot before I really took it on, which I did eventually get used to. And then the third thing was, at the start with Poca, I ended up trying to use her special almost out of desperation. I think, oh no, I've got to take this guy out, I've got to take him out now, and I'm reloaded, so I just throw the special down. I wasn't even particularly aiming in the right place. So in these games, you'll see me missing quite a lot of specials with Poca, and that was something that was going on a lot. But I knew eventually I'd get quite a bit better, and you'll kind of see that in the background. And while I let these clips run, I wanted to talk about something a little bit that I didn't get the chance to do in the last episode, and that is, what are my goals now I've got all my initial goals out of the way? Because if you remember back in, I think it was episode 2, I said my initial goals for the series were get level 3 for the Frag Tower, okay? It was to get the season pass, and it was to create a club. And in the last episode, we ticked off the last one of those off of our checklist. We got the season pass. So now, basically, all I'm looking to do is try and get as many good cards as I can, okay? And that'll mean trying to get good rewards from Club Wars and Weekend Series and things like that. But it'll also mean trying to save up my diamonds and trying to get some legendary cards in there, okay? I'm pretty close, and actually probably in the next episode, I'm going to get a legendary chest just from the diamonds, just from playing loads. And the other source of legendary cards I've got is getting to tier 100 on the season pass, which isn't going to be too easy. I think at the moment that I'm recording this, we've got about 11 days left on the season pass, and so I'm still a little bit of a way off. But hopefully if we can hit tier 100 there, that'll be a 30 legendary cards alongside the legendary chest. We should be having a real nice team by then, because that'll take us into the new season, starting in just over 2 weeks' time. Okay, and that's going to be where we're going to try and kind of go up the trophy rankings a little bit, see how high up the leaderboards we can get. That's what we're going to go for. And see, eventually I did get pretty good with Pocahunter. I'll just show you these couple of games now of me finally being able to beat some pretty good teams. So I changed the team up a little bit. I decided I didn't need to have Virus in there still, and I didn't really like BK. He just fell off the map a little bit too much for me. So I ended up running with the team you see now, with a Jet and Lollipop in for BK and Virus. And what I'm looking for is mainly getting frags with Poker at important times in the game. Okay, so you see this guy, team of level 10s and 11s. Unfortunately, early on after I got a couple of frags there, I ended up dying to Mr. Tiger, but I did use my special in time, so I took him out as well. Swapped to Lucha, unfortunately die. And because I sort of had this guy kind of on the ropes, I was attacking quite a lot. I didn't go for Pocahunter here. I ended up swapping to Lollipop, just because I felt I could get a lot of damage down. I'm just going to send my attackers to that target, keep Lollipop there, and then I'm going to swap to Poker, because this is where I felt I needed some kills. I swap in, I get 2 there, 1 with a normal shot, and then take out Virus with a special. I see Bobbler on the other side, so I had to go for Bobbler. Unfortunately, I was reloading, so I had to use my special there. So I end up taking out the target, send my attackers to the other one, and then I go in and take out Mr. Tiger as well. And that's kind of, this is almost a pretty good idea of how I was playing the games once I felt pretty confident with Pocahunter. Swapping to her when I felt I needed kills, and the rest of the time I was just playing it how I normally played. I'd stop their rush, and then I'd rush myself. And here, even though Pocahunter did die, I end up getting up with Lollipop and all but winning the game. I think I leave them on 12 points, and one of my AIs ends up getting a kill. And that was a win against a pretty good team. Absolutely crushed them, and we ended up getting 27 trophies for it, because they had about 2k more trophies than me. And the last game I got, this one Pocahunter doesn't have almost as much of an influence as in that one. However, what she does do is take out the early game rush pretty well, which is why I included it. You see, this was a little bit later on. It was all the way back into the mystery box challenge. And I had a lot more trophies. I went on in with Pocahunter straight away. They had a pretty good team again. This is someone who had about 10k trophies. I take out Lucha there at the start. Managed to get Striker as well. And that was pretty important, okay, because that was something I'd always struggled with in this meta at the start, was taking out their early game rush. I managed to take out Lollipop as well there. And all of those shots, almost all those frags, end up probably stopping them putting down about 100, maybe 200 damage on my base. And that, you'll see straight away, that can swing a game, okay? So it's so important to be able to put those frags down in a rush meta. End up, not really using Pocahunter for the rest of the game, I don't think. But I go with Lollipop here, managed to take out Virus. And what you'll see me do here in just a second, see Lucha destroys that target while Lollipop's hitting this one. And I decide I don't really want Lucha to wander over here. So I turned around, I sent Lucha up to the top tower, so he can make his way up there while I was taking that out. You see he comes around the corner there, and that ends up being pretty important, okay, because if Lucha hadn't been there, I don't think I'd have won this battle of DPS at the end. So he gives me the nice frag, and we end up winning by 100 points. Okay, so if I hadn't put those frags down at the start, probably would have lost the game. But that's basically the story of the episode, guys, okay? Started off not that good with Pocahunter, played absolutely tons of games, and ended up getting pretty good with her. But that's where we're going to leave it for today, guys. Okay, tons and tons of games in there, even though I didn't show you too many of them. And just to put that into perspective, We started this episode on season tier 50. We ended up going all the way up to season tier 81 while playing these games, okay? Huge progress. And that's shown by the trophy count flying up. We end up on just over 7,100, okay? Which is, again, a huge increase on the episode before. And the first time we've been in Arena 10, which is really nice. Diamonds, we're so close to the legendary cards, okay? I think once we get the mystery box rewards, we're going to have our legendary chest and our first legendary cards on the account. That'll be really nice. And gold, we finished up on just over 30,000, okay? Another huge increase, and that'll be really nice because we'll be able to upgrade a load of cards as soon as we get them in the next episode, okay? Really good, but we're going to leave it there. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe. Really helps the channel, guys. Thanks for watching. See ya.